I was on a ladder, naked. That's what they always say, but when they go in the emergency room to have things extracted.
Yeah.
I was naked, changing a light bulb.
Sir, it doesn't explain how it's in your dog's ass, and your dog's ass is up your rectum.
Welcome to Namely 90s. Wow. The podcast that takes you back to the time before smartphones, Google, and Y2K. Join your hosts as they relive the pop culture that shaped a generation and the parts that many people wish they could forget. Listen in to the conversation about how the decade defined those who spent their childhood there and how it shaped them as adults. So, turn down the grunge and dial up the internet. Let's get started. It's time for Namely 90s.
That's right. You're listening to Namely 90s. My name's Andrew, and over there's Brandon.
That's me.
You can find us online at namely90s.com or on Instagram and Bluesky at namely90s / at namely90s.bluesky.social. Boy, that does not roll off the tongue.
No, it does not.
You can also find the show on YouTube every Monday at youtube.com / at namely90s. And if you'd like to support the show, head over to patreon.com / namely90s, also with a 90s, and get signed up for one of our support levels. Boy, I'm glad we did a little talking before the episode loosened up.
Really loosened us up.
Well, I mean, I was literally napping before I got here, and it was like, who naps from 8 to 9:30 at night?
Me, I napped from like 5:15 to 5:45, so I could go to trivia tonight at 6. Which you'll be proud of me. I got something right because of this show. I was able to identify all 3 Meg Ryan, Tom Hanks movies, which were all from the 90s. And one of them I never would have known of had I not done the box office things in season 1 for this show.
That's one where he's a geologist or whatever.
Is that, all I know is it's called Joe versus the Volcano, and it's a romantic comedy from 1990. Could not tell you anything else. I think they're on like a couples resort island or something, but that's just what I pieced together from the box art of him wearing a Hawaiian shirt and Meg Ryan also being on the cover.
Which reminds me, did I tell you that Michael Crichton's releasing another book posthumously?
Is it written by AI?
No, it's actually they found the manuscript. It's called Eruption. It's about a volcanic eruption.
I bet it is. Why do you keep putting that emphasis on it?
James Patterson is finishing it.
He's finishing the eruption.
The volcano. No, it comes out in 2024. I'm excited.
Speaking of things being finished posthumously, I keep forgetting to bring this up, but like a week or two ago, did you hear the big news in the music world? No, other than Fast Car winning best country music song.
Yeah, which people are mad about, which I kind of get, but kind of don't get. We don't have to get into it.
The wrong people are mad about it. Yes.
Well, actually, no. No, both sides are mad in some ways.
Yes. So the wrong people on both sides.
Yeah, you got it.
Are mad about it. No, the Beatles released their final single.
Oh, yeah.
And they finished it using AI, apparently, because 2 of the Beatles are currently dead. But
I use it currently dead, implying that there's a way in which they could come back to life.
Hey, man, I don't know what the future holds for us. I watched Futurama. They have people in jars.
True.
But yeah. Or, AI John Lennon out there might reform his soul from the... Not going to finish that statement. Oh, no. Yoko. Where was I going? Oh, and they finished the song. Like, they had a demo, and then they like fleshed it out using AI to clean up the track that John Lennon did, and then I think they brought in just like either the son or just some like big super fan of George Harrison to do like a guitar solo in his style for the song. And
it's pretty amazing what AI can do. Like, I know there's a lot of reasons not to use it, and it's like all these cautionary things. And it's like there's just places where it is very good, and like especially like photo editing. You know, like taking things out. You know, that sort of thing, like filling in the gaps.
Oh yeah,
for things that are inconsequential. Like apparently, it's really good at that.
If you want a fun game, go look at our YouTube thumbnails and figure out which ones I've used generative fill on in the past 2 months.
Hint, it's all of them.
No, I'll give you a hint. There's only 2 of them that I remember, and maybe one Namely 90s minute.
Very good.
Yeah. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how convenient it is, but also, you know, the moral implications and like people not being paid for their works being consumed by the learning process or the learning.
Yeah, but without AI, how will people not work much and use substances constantly? It's
right.
What are we going to do with ourselves?
It's Wall-E all over again. But you know, it doesn't create anything new. It just can recreate something.
Indeed.
Is that what I'm looking for? I mean, it generates new things, but they're all derivative works. If that makes sense.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. So pay your actors and don't let them just scan you, man. Don't let them scan you.
But in a world where everything's already been done, you know, is anything original anymore? Wow, this is getting existential.
That is a good point. And in favor of the big corporations that you make there, you know, like Shakespeare copied from the Greek plays and the like, and everything now is just copies of Shakespeare or something. Star Wars
also,
was based off of
we're
Akira Kurosawa.
We're on Fast X. Like,
is that Twitter? Oh,
no.
Yeah, Fast 10. Yeah,
Fast 10. Sorry, it's nothing's original anymore.
Yeah, going on 11. I believe we're going on 11, and they've already gone into outer space in a car. So.
Well, and then they're like, Oppenheimer nominated for Best Original Screenplay or something. It's like, it happened. Like, I get what they're saying. I get what that category is. But at the same time, I'm like, well, I mean, I guess they made up the part about the poison apple. So there you go.
I mean, if we're reaching a point in history where just now our Supreme Court has decided to ratify a code of conduct for themselves, Maybe not everything's been written yet.
Everyone has to keep copies of their calendars so that they can defend them in 20 years.
Yes. Especially when you're a frat boy, like what the F his name was. Supreme Court party boy.
Yeah, they had a no means yes themed party.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry, they did. Specifically that one guy.
Books? Oh, yeah.
No, I'm just making that up.
Allegedly.
Yeah, that's true.
They are the highest court in the land.
Yeah.
Shit. Speaking of AI, is it time to just drop our AI generated Furbdon?
Probably, yeah. I think
okay.
People are starting to see through that.
Really? I thought that it was so convincing with the voice and the same clips of him in the energy tube every week, not lip synced to what he's saying. Yeah.
The internet is a series of energy tubes.
If I get enough Energon pods, I will ascend beyond level 1.
Is that how cults work?
Yes, I was describing
but with Kool-Aid. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Sorry,
it's always got to be great.
Still getting
Kool-Aid.
over this little.
Never drink great
cold.
Kool-Aid.
Well, I mean, it's just disgusting. I think that's job one. I mean, like,
that's fair.
you mix rat poison with it or arsenic or whatever.
That still brings me back to the the Simpsons episode. Oh yeah, we're doing the 12 Days of Christmas specials again this year, fourth annual, and those will be coming out next month. Almost a month to the day, and December 21st through January 1st, we'll be taking a break, and by us taking a break, that means you get 12 episodes once a day from December 21st.
What a break.
Yeah. But we'll be on a little bit of a vacation hiatus for us, which will be nice, because this year it actually the holidays actually fall on Mondays, so our January 1st episode will be the end.
Yes, this is what we've been working for all these years.
Yeah, for 3 years we've been having to do an extra Monday episode,
and I actually get all of the holidays off this year.
Oh, nice.
Every single one.
Although not as nice, because then that means you won't be Washington side or Seattle side when I'm home.
We can talk about that later.
Sure.
I don't know what your dates are.
Let's destroy Furbdon. Thank you for giving us a year of less than a year. Here's the clip of Power Rangers in space when he destroys Zordon and blows up his energy tube for you on the YouTube side. But
all we have to do is tell you. No, I can't say. Let's take it out.
As a love letter to our AI Furbdon, I made the ultimate AI Letterboxd review game in honor of him, and also the fact that Good Burger 2 is coming out based off of the All That sketch Good Burger. So Andrew didn't watch Nickelodeon as much as I did, and with Good Burger 2 coming out, I thought we'd read some Letterboxd reviews for some 90s Nickelodeon movies, but some of them, they don't exist. They were created by an AI. There are 8 reviews and 3 real Nickelodeon 90s movies. Don't you be searching what they are right now.
I'm sending you the thing I can't say via text.
And can you identify them all? Was one of them Good Burger, or did that come out in 2000 as the 4th Nickelodeon movie because of the success of the Good Burger sketch on All That? LFFG. LUFG. You ready?
Yes, definitely.
That's timely. The first one, the Rugrats movie. So basically the movie is about a brother contemplating murdering his younger brother. These are all 1-star reviews, by the way, which his friends are saying is a good idea because he is worried his parents don't love him anymore. The twist, they're babies. Also, the scene with the singing babies that have adult voices is horrifying. No, thank you. Is Rugrats the movie a real movie, a real 90s movie from Nickelodeon, or is it generated by AI?
I want to say it's real.
That is real. This is a real review from Letterboxd for Rugrats the movie.
There's something about this is where AI has a limitation of I don't think AI knows how or when to use no thank you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. There were more than one Rugrats movie, though. So next one up is the Rugrats Reunion Adventure. This supposed reunion was more like I thought this said deep state. A desperate attempt to cash in on my childhood. The plot was predictable and the treasure hunt felt forced. Not to mention the characters just didn't have the same charm as they did back in the day. Nostalgia can only carry a movie so far. Was the Rugrats Reunion Adventure real or AI generated?
That felt AI generated to me.
Final answer?
Yes.
You are correct. That was AI generated.
That review felt forced.
That was also AI generated.
Both the movie and the review.
Yes, so here's what I did.
Sorry.
I had Furbdon generate 5 fake 90s Nickelodeon movies.
Wow.
And then I asked it to do 5 or to do a 1-star review of each movie based in a Letterboxd review style.
Okay.
And and then for the real movies, I just took a 1-star review off of Letterboxd.
Got it.
Next up, we have Hey Arnold, The Jungle Mystery. What happened to the good old days of Hey Arnold? This jungle expedition was a snooze fest, and the attempt to add depth to Arnold's backstory felt forced. The characters were out of their element, and the once endearing charm of the series got lost in the jungle foliage.
I want to say that's a real review.
Final answer?
Yes.
You are incorrect. Hey Arnold, The Jungle Mystery does not exist.
The thing that I thought was because it said the endearing charm of the series got lost in the jungle foliage. Feels like something some like blowhard reviewer would write, like so people would give them credit for coming up with something, clever. But no, it's AI.
Absolutely, it did. And so we're starting to see the cracks in the machine, or the lack of cracks in the machine. Will we be able to figure it out? Next up, we have Good Burger. Now, remember, the criteria is it has to be a 90s Nickelodeon movie. So say what you will about how cheap this movie looks, how devoid it is of good ideas. The I cannot talk tonight. I'm sorry. The inexplicably terrible acting from a talented cast, the way every scene drags on as though they're trying to stretch out a 30-page script, and so on. But in spite of all those flaws, you have to actually admit that Walgreens really is a fantastic store where you can buy all kinds of wonderful products.
Isn't this a review for Hocus Pocus 2?
Dang it. Correct. Ding. You are correct on all accounts. Yes. Good Burger is actually a 90s Nickelodeon movie as well. It's because I left Walgreens. Yeah. I was going to change it to Good Burger, but I thought that would be too hard to pick.
Well, there was like that one Letterboxd review about something about a pharmacy that we read about. Hocus Pocus,
and then the Roombas and the Walgreens keep coming up because this was from October 23rd.
Oh gosh,
of this year. So you couldn't have read this one before. All right, you've only missed one so far. Doing well, and
sorry, just dying over here.
No worries, I will try to edit it out if I remember. Next up, we have Clarissa explains it all. Time warp troubles. Time travel? Really? Clarissa should have stuck to explaining mundane teenage problems. The whole time travel concept was confusing, and the attempt at humor fell flat. I'd rather explain why I wasted my time watching this mess. Did Melissa Joan Hart travel through time in this show as well as in Sabrina?
I'm gonna say AI.
You are correct.
Ding. Hey.
Doing well so far. You're at an 80%. What gave it away this time? You're just looking ahead at the other ones?
No. I don't know. It I feel like the AI ones aren't cutting enough. You know what I mean?
Hey, they had the foliage on.
Okay, yeah, I know.
All right. Next up, we got The Adventures of Rocco and Heifer. I believe that means this is a Rocco's Modern Life movie. I never thought I'd say this, but Rocco and Heifer in space was a terrible idea. The plot was utterly ridiculous, and the attempts at humor were more cringeworthy than funny. I miss the old Rocco, not this intergalactic disaster. Also, I added utter instead of utter.
I know, I was going to say that. I want to say this is AI as well.
Final answer?
Yes.
You are correct, sir. Ding. Are you starting to see through the veil?
A little bit.
Okay. We have two left. Next up is Real Monsters movie. The review, 1-star review goes, monsters teaming up to save their world sounds cool, right? Wrong. The charm of Real Monsters got lost in this misguided attempt at a team-up movie. The scares were more yawns, and the plot felt like a recycled Monster of the Week episode. Give me the old episodes any day.
This is a real review.
Final answer?
Yes.
You are incorrect.
Darn it.
This was also made up.
They do feel very formulaic. I just felt like we were due for a human one.
Fair. Well, that leaves one more. Is it real or is it fake? Harriet the Spy. I used to love this movie as a kid, but rewatching it as an adult, you see how flawed the story is. Spy and stalk people, break into people's homes, children should bully each other, and say mean shit about their friends. LMAO, what a terrible message for children.
Okay, this is a real review.
Is it because of the punctuations that I
the
forgot to clean up?
LMAOOO.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe. I mean, they got real monsters. You're correct. Harriet the Spy is the first of the 3 Nickelodeon movies released in the 90s. And first of all Nickelodeon movies. Great job. You got 6 out of 8.
Hey!
Wait, no, that's not right.
Darn.
No, that's right. Yeah. You got 6 out of 8.
That's better than I did in organic chemistry.
Great job.
Although it's still suspect to people who call it orgochem. Just saying.
At our school is OChem, but I guess I surrounded myself with engineers, not orgos, not business majors.
All right. And now let's go to Brandon for the Namely 90s Minute.
Welcome back to Namely 90s Minute. Every week we look back at a culturally relevant show, movie, or piece of pop culture that probably helps stoke the algorithm. This week, in honor of Good Burger 2 coming to Paramount Plus, we're looking back to the first time it was adapted to film in Good Burger. Good Burger is a 1997 American teen comedy based on the comedy sketch of the same name from Nickelodeon's All That. The film stars Russ Tyler from D2 The Mighty Ducks, Double G from Nickelodeon's Game Shakers, Tessio from The Godfather, alleged foot fetishist / creator of Nickelodeon's second generation of beloved live action shows, Niecy from Alicia, Lindsay from Freaks and Geeks, Myron from Jingle All the Way, Lonnie McKenzie from Baywatch, Josh Server and Lori Beth Dinberg from All That, Shaq, George Clinton, and Gunn from Angel. The story starts on the first day of summer vacation for Dexter, who is basically Keenan from Keenan and Kel, and he crashes his mom's car he was joyriding into his school teacher's car, played by Shazam. With no car insurance or driver's license, he finds himself in danger of going to jail before striking a deal to pay for the damages without involving the police. He gets a summer job at Mondo Burger before getting fired for talking back to the owner and manager, so he gets a job at the small local joint Good Burger, where he meets Ed, who is a more dim-witted version of Kel from Keenan and Kel, who is responsible for rollerblading in Keenan's way when he swerved and crashed the car. When Mondo Burger finally opens, Good Burger is in danger of going out of business until Good Burger starts selling Kel's secret sauce, which draws in a lot of customers and makes Keenan and Kel rich because Keenan is leeching off of Kel. Mondo Burger sends Dave Navarro's wife over to seduce Kel for the sauce recipe because why not send a Playboy model to seduce an underage teenager for their sauce? Meanwhile, Keenan falls in love with a co-worker named Monique, who eventually finds out he's been exploiting Kel for his money. Keenan tries to apologize to Kel, but first they discover a stray dog didn't want to eat a Mondo Burger, so they go investigate the place. In the back of Mondo Burger, they find a machine injecting illegal food chemicals into the burger to make them huge, but they get caught and committed before they can tell the public. Mondo Burger taints Ed's sauce at Good Burger with shark poison, but Keenan and Kel escape the psychiatric hospital by dancing with George Clinton and stop people just in time from eating the tainted sauce. They then go back to Mondo Burger with the police and during some shenanigans dump all the growth chemicals into the Mondo Burger machine and they start coming out super huge and then exploding, leading to the arrest of the manager. Keenan and Kel go back to Good Burger heroes and work there for the rest of the summer. And that's Good Burger in a Namely 90s Minute. More or less.
And now back to the show.
Yes. Now it's time for our favorite monthly segment from our favorite UK based podcasters. We are going to be doing Quotely 90s, which they explain in the introduction.
They're doing the wave? Like the cheering?
It's diegetic. That's not the right term.
Hey there, Brandon and Andrew. It's Gaz and Dange from TIDRP, your brother horseman in this retro apocalypse.
Today we have a little quiz for you, a memory game if you will, that Gaz has lazily named Quotely 90s.
This week we're sending you a quote and see if you can guess its origins from some piece of pop culture from the 90s.
Just remember, our worlds weren't as interconnected then as we lived across the pond and the internet still ran on coal.
We'll also, because we're copying you, do multiple readings and either do a poor imitation of the character / person who said it, or poor imitations of whoever we feel like.
And if you're lucky, you'll hear me slip into my terribly offensive English accent.
Is that enough of a setup for you lads? Are you ready for Quotely 90s?
Name the TV show and if possible the character that said this. Bonus points for the actor.
Oh, TV show, okay.
You threw my sandwich away. My sandwich.
You threw my sandwich away. My sandwich. My sandwich.
You threw my sandwich away. My sandwich.
Is this the hippo?
My sandwich.
You threw my sandwich away. My sandwich. Oh, my sandwich.
You threw my sandwich away. 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 My sandwich.
That second to last one there, I thought he was about to go into, oh, baby, you got what I need. And you say just a friend. I think I got it a second before you did, but I think I'll let you take this one.
This is from Friends. Ross Geller, portrayed by David Schwimmer. What is it? Monica makes him like a leftover Thanksgiving sandwich, and it contains a piece of bread soaked in gravy called
the Moist Maker. And some inconsiderate person at his work takes it. He gets in trouble for like anger management issues, and then antics ensue. It is Friends. And is this the one called is this the one where Ross finds out, or is this the one before that? Because
it is at the very end. He's like, "Get off my sister!" I think it's that one. I think it's the same episode.
It is that episode, but I don't know the exact title.
Yeah, it might be the one with Ross's sandwich, but
is that a title? I don't remember.
Let's find out. The one with Ross's sandwich, season 5, episode 9.
Okay, so Andrew knew that before he Googled it.
Yes.
All right. Well, they did say it was a softball this week, but let's just check.
The softest of balls.
Could this be any more 90s?
Oh.
You threw my sandwich away. My sandwich.
Was said by Ross Geller, played by David Schwimmer in the 90s mega hit show Friends.
The show was not only massive in the US, but was also so huge in the UK that it was beloved by a whole generation.
Listen out in the coming weeks for our episode on Friends and the impact it had on TV and pop culture when we cover it.
Now let's throw it back over to the couch with Brandon Bing and the fossil-loving Dr. Andrew Geller.
Could we be any more excited?
Don't do the Chandler thing.
Shut up.
Good times.
You're the
Fat
Chandler.
jokes and homophobia.
which is not what you'll find on the Insanely Dangerous Retro Podshow, hosted by our friends Gaz and Dange. No, they did say it was a softball this week. Fair.
Although,
but,
if you weren't like a big fan of Friends, it's a little bit obscure, you know? Like, if you saw Friends once and you're like, all right, and then like moved on with your life like normal people, you may not remember that specific line.
Yeah. Pivot might have been a good one.
Yeah,
but too obvious. So it was only obvious. It was a softball to us because we've both watched the series front to back multiple times.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
thanks for the softie. Wait.
Andrew likes his softies. Meanwhile, we stumped him this week with the Good Burger quote.
Nice.
Or last week, I guess. So yeah, December's is probably going to be hard. And if you like your retro with an equal heaping of 80s to wash down the 90s, check out the Insanely Dangerous Retro Podshow on your platform of choice and follow up with those wascally wabbits on this Thursdays. Actually, I don't know if it's this Thursdays, but I keep leaving that in my script to read. Follow up with those wascally wabbits this Thursday or any... No, it's Wednesday. They're released on Wednesday. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I quit. Check out Gaz and Dange's show, the Insanely Dangerous Retro Pod Show. It's fun. They do segments and bits, and it's like if we actually planned out our variety shows and to fit a whole commute. And you'll even catch us delivering a Quotely 90s every week to Gaz and Dange, sometimes relevant to our next episode. So
speaking of the 80s, by the way, Tracy Chapman's song Fast Car was released in 1988. It's not a 90s thing.
Oh.
But I don't think it got airplay till the 90s or something.
Yeah. I mean, it was a popular song when we were kids. Maybe it didn't hit the Billboard until then because it was on the it was on the Billboard, I thought, back in season 1.
That's
while you're looking that up. While we're still celebrating a Good Burger this week, do you want to cut it? Do you want to cut it at 30 minutes, or do you want to do a BuzzFeed quiz? I found the worst BuzzFeed quiz I can find.
Let's do it.
It's 9 questions. It is called.
Good.
Oh, build a delicious burger and we'll reveal your dominant emotion.
Okay.
Doesn't it sound like an Andrew quiz? And I picked all the sociopath answers and it ended up with you need a hug. So this is going to be fun.
Okay. Firstly, pick a bun: sesame seed, pretzel, plain, and ciabatta.
Mm-hmm.
Ciabatta is like chaotic evil. And if you make a burger on ciabatta, you're a freaking lunatic.
That was the first thing I picked for the sociopath answers.
There's like one burger I think at Red Robin that does that, but it's like a weird. It's like the might be the one that's like Italian. I don't know. I love a sesame seed bun.
Okay. And since it looks like we're doing bistro burgers here and not like a smash burger. Smash burger, I take a potato roll every freaking time. They don't even have brioche on here. But
yeah, I think I would say plain and brioche could be adjacent.
But plain could also be potato roll.
Sure. But like pretzel, I feel like putting a pretzel bun is always like putting a hat on a hat. It's too much.
Right. So I'm going to pick the pretzel bun.
Okay. I'm doing sesame seed.
And then which patty is calling your name? Beef, turkey, black bean, or elk? Also,
I'm a beef guy all the way.
Absolutely. Although the pretzel bun,
the black bean burger, that is not a black bean burger. That's just meat.
Burger. Yeah. Like I've made black bean burgers from scratch and that ain't it, dog.
Yeah. Nah. All right.
I also went with beef. Yeah.
Okay. Time to add some cheese to your burger. American, blue, provolone, or no cheese, please.
So pick one or none.
What is that hand?
It's a hand with a red X on it.
Yikes.
Death noted.
I've never had provolone on a burger.
Mm-mm.
I find blue cheese repugnant.
And also not good on a burger.
No, this is like one of those steak burgers, you know. I'm gonna go. I gotta go American. I know that's what you want to choose too, but
Yeah, well, at least we chose different buns in the beginning. Yeah, like these aren't burger topping choices. It's like American, cheddar, maybe a smoked Gouda.
Yeah, it's like brie,
yeah,
Parmesan, no,
pepper jack, maybe. Like, yeah. It's just smeared goat cheese.
Well, some bistro burgers actually.
Yeah, actually, my Rewind bistro burger had goat cheese on it. Choose your first topping. Your first topping: tomato, fried egg, bacon, or avocado.
Oh, it's gonna be bacon.
I'm
being honest.
Yeah.
Ooh, but I hate making bacon.
Really?
Yeah, it's messy. But the quality of tomatoes is god awful, and I don't usually need an egg or an avocado. I'm gonna go with bacon.
Like the tomatoes that they have pictured are like a Roma tomato that's been sitting and also salted before being used. Like, season your tomatoes, but not like before you put it on the burger, or else you're just going to pull all of the moisture out of it.
Right. What's going to be your second topping? Onion? Sorry, I thought you did.
Since I'm doing that pretzel bun, I'm going to go with a fried egg.
Fair enough. What's going to be your second topping? Onion, peanut butter, chili peppers, or pickles?
And those are just whole gherkins.
I'm kind of over onions on burgers. I'm going pickles.
We almost built the same burger. But I'll do some fried, like caramelized or fried onions.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that. But just like a thick slice of like raw onion.
A raw red onion. No, thank you. No, it's got to be a sweet onion. It's got to be grilled at the very least.
Oh, for Christ's sake. I'm a purist.
Pick your final topping: lettuce, mushroom, mac and cheese, or pineapple.
Lettuce. What?
I mean, not like a raw mushroom, like again in this photo. I'm gonna go with mac and cheese. I've had mac and cheese on a burger before, and I've also had mac and cheese as the buns for a burger before.
Oh my gosh.
And you know, I only need like 2 triple bypasses in my lifetime.
Choose a condiment: ketchup, mayonnaise, mustard, and no thanks.
This is the stupidest quiz ever, by the way. Like, I vetted this quiz and just on how stupid it was. I think I like, out of these 3 toppings or condiments, excuse me. I like ketchup the most.
I'll go mustard.
Okay. Ooh, yeah, mustard is good, especially like animal style when you get it grilled. Finally, choose a side to go with your burger: French fries, onion rings, pasta salad, or baked beans.
Now, this is interesting. French fries, I always get. I always eat them. I never need them. I always eat too many. I feel like a piece of crap after. The baked beans look like chili.
It is definitely chili.
I love an onion ring. I want to go onion rings.
I love me an onion ring too, but I think I prefer a French fry because you never know how good a place's onion ring is going to be.
True.
And sometimes, like, even if they're good, the onion just comes out as a single bite.
True. That's annoying.
Yeah.
Turns out every fry is from like the same place, though.
True. Yeah, I've heard that. Unless they make it in the back, and they say it's higher quality, but it also, since they can't twice fry it, it's limp.
Well, this is shocking. I got happy.
Wow.
Yes, your dominant emotion is happy. Somehow you manage to see the silver lining in every situation. Nothing ever gets you down. Your friends always know that you'll be there to brighten their day, whether they need a hug or tissues and ice cream. What does this have to do with
tissues
Good
and ice
Burger?
cream? Nothing. We're building a burger to see what our dominant emotion is.
Got it. What's yours?
I also got happy. We picked like maybe 3 of the same
because you didn't
thing.
Choose ciabatta. Ciabatta's the one.
Yeah, it all goes back to the first choice. Like, the only things we picked the same on was beef and cheese. Beef, cheese. Yeah, beef and cheese.
Boof. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Well, there you have it, folks.
From two happy fellows here at Namely 90s. That's it for this week's edition. Remember, you can find new episodes out every Monday, and join us next week for a deep dive episode. Find us on Instagram, Bluesky, and YouTube at Namely 90s with a 90s, and tell us what you want us to talk about on future deep dive episodes or variety show episodes, whatever. If you'd like to support the show, please check out our Patreon at patreon.com/namely90s, also with a 90s. Finally, you can also contact us through our website, namely90s.com. Maybe. Please subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Audible, Good Burger, Deezer, TuneIn, iHeart, Good Pods, and wherever you get your podcasts from. I'm Brandon. That's Andrew. And we'll catch you next time.
Well, I do like a hamburger.